But even at that, I still like love the way he smells. And I know this is fucked up and I'm sharing this with you guys. Like the smellier he is, the more I like him, the more it turns me on. And I'm not just talking about his body, okay? I'm talking about his dick too, FYI. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Ali here, a platform where we have some casual conversations about sex, relationships, and other fun stuff. And today we are talking about smells and pheromones and scent kinks and why we may be attracted to our partner's smell. Last week on my Patreon live, which by the way, if you haven't checked out my Patreon, you can absolutely do so by clicking on the link below this description if you want to support the growth and maintenance of this channel for a little bit. If you have, or if you currently are a member, I just want to say I really, really appreciate it. Back to smells. I was on the Patreon live and I was reading an excerpt of a erotic literature piece that a member had sent me for feedback, suggestions, and so on. He is working on a new erotic novel and he sent me something to look at and he was very kind and said that I could share it on the live. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start out this live with me reading an excerpt. And in this piece, there was a very descriptive part about perfume and scent and smell, which started a conversation afterwards about perfumes. And I was saying how I haven't worn perfume in years. I don't even remember the last time I wore perfume or bought perfume. It's been a long time. It's been years. And to be honest with you, I really enjoy living a perfume-free life because A, it's expensive AF, and sometimes natural scent is just the better scent. And I am very appreciative of the fact that Gab loves my natural scent and I love his natural scent. And I just love the way he smells. Like we are always smelling each other. People may think it's kind of weird, but I love his smell so, so much, even when it's super questionable. Like when he comes home from the forest or walking in the forest and he's super sweaty and obviously he smells like, I don't know, it just really turns me on. Is this just a scent kink we have? Which is a real thing, by the way. It's called, hold on, let me read it properly. Olfactophilia or Osmolagnia is a scent kink, is when you are aroused, you are excited. It's a paraphilia for sexual arousal, for smells emitting from the body, especially from the sexual areas. Or is it just because I found my perfect mate? I'm gonna throw a little bit of science at you guys all today, okay? Have you ever heard of the sweaty t-shirt experiment? Yes? No? Well, I'm gonna tell you about it today. It's an experiment done in 1995 by a Swiss zoologist. That's right, you heard, a zoologist, somebody who studies animals, not humans, called Klaus Wedekind. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. He set up a test to study women's sensitivity to male odors. So he brought together a bunch of people, about 40-something females and 40-something females based on their different MHC codes. Now, what is MHC? I didn't know what that was either, but I'm about to tell you about it. An MHC stands for, let me make sure I get this right and not look at my notes, Major Histocompatibility Complex. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. So it's a type of genetic code found in our bodies. And the MHC has also been known to involve our olfactory mechanisms, which is our sense of smell. So animals use their sense of smell to pick up on chemicals such as pheromones, which give them information about species, sex, and genetic codes, also known as the MHC. So according to Science and Evolution, animals tend to favor mates that have different MHC, so different genetic codes than their own, because they result in stronger offspring and just make better genetic compatibility partners. And humans are said to do that too. In this study, he gave all the male participants white Fruit of the Loom style t-shirts to wear at home for 2 days, then come back to the lab. They gave the t-shirts and the scientists put the t-shirts in 7 different unlabeled boxes. And then the women were expected to come and smell each box, and they had some kind of rating sheet score. They had to describe each odor based on intensity, pleasantness, sexiness, attractiveness, and so on. And what did they find? Their study confirmed that women tended to prefer the t-shirts which the MHC was different than their own. So yeah, humans do this too. We are attracted to people who smell differently than we do. Not just differently, but that have the pheromone chemical scent that is different from our own genetic codes because they make better genetic compatibility partners and we are supposed to reproduce better offspring, stronger offspring together. That's what I understand from this study, which is fascinating. I mean, it's so crazy to the point that somebody actually made a business off of this. I was gonna do a video just about smell, scent king, and so on because honestly, like I said, Gab and I smell each other all the time. I'm so attracted to the way he smells. It smells like home and vice versa. And I was gonna talk about the study and so on. But in my research, I found that somebody created something called a pheromone party. So this girl, this single girl in New York City, was having a hard time on the dating apps and always kind of finding herself in the same situations over and over and over again. So she said, you know what? I'm gonna go on some random ass date with someone that I would have never, ever picked before. So she did. And she ended up having one of the best relationships with that person. And she just remembered the way that he smelled. And he smelled so good. She was so attracted to the way that he smelled. And it made her think, have I been trying to pick a partner wrong this whole time? So she decided to create this thing called a pheromone party, where people would be asked to wear a t-shirt 3 nights in a row. So they would have to go to sleep with it. And the next day they would freeze it in the freezer. And then in the evening they would wear it again and so on for 3 days until the day of the party where they had to take that t-shirt, put it in a Ziploc bag with a number on it and attend this party. And at the party, there was a big table with all of the Ziploc bag t-shirts on there and numbers. And then all these people attended the party. And you would basically spend your time mingling, drinking, whatever, and then going to this table and smelling shirts. And I guess you maybe had like a pen or paper or something and you write down the ones that you like. And if there was a shirt that you really liked the smell of, then you had to go and take your picture next to that shirt. I guess the pictures would be posted during that night. And if you saw someone that was holding a picture of your shirt number and you thought they were attractive, then you could go up and talk to them if you wanted to, if you thought they were attractive or not. Anyways, I don't think these parties are still going on because a lot of the stuff I found on YouTube, the interviews and so on, are 10 years old. If you go on their Facebook page, the last post was about 10 years old. Their website is still very active though, pheromoneparties.com. If you want to check it out, I recommend that you do because I don't think it's such a crazy idea. I mean, first of all, if you wind up at a pheromone party, you're bound to have some interesting conversation with someone. Being at the pheromone party is an icebreaker in itself. Chatting with people would be relatively easy around the Ziploc t-shirt table, right? Anyways, I don't know if this is the reason why I love Gab so much and why I love the way that he smells and I'm so attracted to him, especially the way he smells down there, as potent as it can be sometimes, or if maybe this is just a scent kink, I'm not sure, but I find it fascinating. That's what I think about this. I'm gonna go grab Gab and see what he thinks about the whole scent kink, pheromones, smelling thing, and get his perspective from it. Okay, I have another question for you. I want you to tell us how you feel about smell in your partnership and how does odor influence your choosing of a partner? If that makes any sense at all.
The first question's easier. I'm interested in smells. They're funny. Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's interesting. It's always like, ooh.
Would you say you have a scent kink?
I wouldn't have said that before I learned that it existed. But now that I know it exists, I would say yes.
Did you smell any other of your previous partners before or taken notice of their scent and odor in the way that you do now?
Smelling them, like, yes, but I don't think I pushed it more than that with previous partnership until I caught you. Smelling, yes. Yeah. I'm telling the story.
It's embarrassing.
We're both lying in bed. And I'm like on my computer, but when I'm on my computer, I'm not watching my computer. So, you know, I'm watching with my peripherals what's happening around me. And then Ali, she's like, oh, he's on his computer, you know. Scratch the pussy, you know. And then I'm like, oh, she scratched her pussy. Like, let's see if she smells. And then she's like, And I started to laugh. Ah, that was too good. She's like, what? I'm like, it's like, smell it. Come on, away. Put the finger back in the nose. How I smell it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's good. And then we started to smell things because it was funny and you like it. And now I am always seeing it. I'm seeing it from other people, like, you know. But we all do it, like, kind of. It's like, scratch, scratch. You want to roll me out of the shot already?
That story.
Oh.
Anyways, that's it, Brett.
Okay.
Thanks for your 2 cents. No, this chair's getting heavier.
Oh.
You're going in the guitars. We didn't make it. All right. So all that being said, do you think I'm crazy here? Do you agree? Do you not agree? Have you had partners where their natural scent just aroused you and you were so attracted to them? Do you have a scent kink? I mean, how sensitive are you to odor? Does it repulse you? Does it arouse you? I'm so curious to know how you all feel about smells and if Gab and I are alone here or if there are other people like us. Please drop down in the comments below what you think about this topic. I find it really, really fascinating. And that's it, friends. Anyways, let's get some water. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button if you want to support. I don't know why I'm snapping my fingers. Anyways, if you like my content and you want to support the growth and maintenance of this channel and my education, then you can do so by contributing a little bit on my Patreon. You could click the link below this description and it is very much appreciated. I do live about once a week, either alone or with Gab. And yeah, they're usually pretty fun. And there's a lot of exclusive content on there as well. So that's it today, friends. I will see you in the next video. Je vous aime. Au revoir. I'm stuck.